What happened at that sleepover when you were a kid that made you feel like you never wanted to go to that person's house ever again? It was the first sleepover I was allowed to go to without my parents knowing the family well. I was 8. New girl at school, Maya. She was funny, a little weird, but nice. My mom was hesitant, but her mom came to our house once, seemed normal, and eventually my mom said yes. The house was big but cold, like emotionally cold. Hardwood floors, white walls, barely any decorations. Even Maya's room felt stiff. All her toys were lined up like museum pieces. She kept apologizing for how quiet it was. We watched a movie, Matilda, I remember, and ate those cheap freezer mini pizzas. Her mom barely said a word, just nodded when I said hi. Her dad wasn't home yet, and Maya kept checking the clock. At around 9:30, the front door opened. Her whole body tensed. I remember that specifically, like someone had hit a pause button on her. She whispered, "That's my dad. Don't say anything weird, okay?" I laughed, thinking she meant something silly. But then I met him. He was smiling, but not with his eyes. He looked like he was pretending to be friendly, but didn't know how. He asked me how old I was, where I went to school, then said, "Good, smart girls. You'll be good for Maya." That phrasing stuck out. Good for her, like I was some kind of tool. We went back to her room and shut the door. She didn't talk for a while, just kept brushing her stuffed bunny's ears over and over. Later, she offered to play a game called Night School. Basically, we pretended her room was a classroom and she was the teacher. I was fine with it. She seemed to really get into it, walking with a ruler, giving me assignments to write in a notebook. Then, she suddenly said, "Okay, bathroom break, but don't go to the one in the hall. Use the guest one downstairs." I said, "Why? That one's closer." She just said, "Trust me, that one's locked." So I go downstairs. The guest bathroom is next to this weird room. Looked like a den with wood pans and a ton of books. I go in, do my thing, come out, and her dad is right there, like standing directly outside the door, too close. I jumped. He says, "Oh, sorry, just grabbing something from the study." But he's not, just staring at this weird look, like he's assessing. Then he puts his hand on my shoulder, says, "You're very polite. You remind me of Maya's cousin." I mumbled thanks and walked fast back upstairs. When I got back, Maya was sitting on her bed, knees up, staring at me. I told her what happened. Her face dropped. She whispered, "I told you not to go down." Then she shut off the light, just got under the blanket. No brushing to. I lay there in my sleeping bag, eyes open. Every creak in the hallway made art. At some point, night, I had slow saw. I thought maybe it was Maya at a toy or such. She said, "Right, else was I did. I just squeezed my eyes shut." About 5 minutes later, closet door creaked. Then the bed. In the morning, her mom. A week later, I did past 6 girls. Someone shared. Local man arrested. My parent hit him back. That Rose or telly ups. I realized about what she didn't. Never was. It soft.